I'd like to open the March 5th meeting of the Wakefield Conservation Commission. We'll take roll call. Ken.
Here.
Paul.
I'm here.
Peter.
Here.
Teresa.
Here.
And I do not see Jimmy or Haley.
No,
yet,
hang on.
but we'll proceed.
Wait 1 sec.
All right, first up is to approve the minutes for February 20th. Would somebody like to make a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Ken,
Yes.
Paul,
Yes.
Peter,
Yes.
Teresa,
Yes.
and I also approve those minutes. All right, we do have an announcement that DEP 313631 94 Butler Ave has been continued per the applicant's request. If there's anybody here for 94 Butler Ave, it has been continued. Our next scheduled meeting right now is March 19th. All right, next up, we have, I don't see a DEP file number, not sure if it's available. It's 457 Lowell Street. It's Joel and Christine Robertson, public hearing notice of intent for the construction of a 14 by 22 addition with crawl space and a 4 by 7.5 foot deck and associated grading within a 100-foot buffer to bordering vegetated wetland. Is the applicant here?
Here.
Hello, Christine.
Hi.
Jack Sullivan's here as a project engineer as well.
Good evening, Jack.
Good evening.
And we just had another member join us too, so we do have 6 members now. All right, Jack, you gonna present for us?
Yes. Thank you, members. For the record, my name's Jack Sullivan. I'm owner of the Sullivan Engineering Group. This project's at 457 Lowell Street. The DEP has not issued a file number. I checked about 15 minutes ago. There's still no DEP file number. The applicant's looking to put on a addition to their single family home on the westerly side of the house, on the right side of the house, a 14 by 22 addition with a crawl space, not a full foundation. And there'll be a 4 by 7.5 foot deck off the back right corner of the house as well. This is additions going in an area that's presently grassed, so there's no trees to be removed as part of this project. There is an off-site wetland to the rear of their lot and to the westerly side of the lot. The wetland was easily defined by grade breaks on this property, topographical breaks on this property. The closest point of the proposed addition to the wetland is 37.5 feet to the wetland line, and there'll only be transitional site grading changes associated with this project, less than 6 inches. Basically, where this addition goes, the existing grades will be retained. I do show a silt sock to be used for irrigation, not for irrigation, for erosion control measures. And there's easy access for equipment to get to the site just through the front yard. I think I'll turn it over to the commission with any questions. The owner did notify all the abutters by certified mail. So I think we covered everything.
I'm going to bring up the plan. So everybody can see it.
Oh,
All right, guys, can you see that?
yeah.
Okay. Not sure if everybody had a chance to review this yet or not. But here it is. So we see the addition, we see the small deck on the back. So the nearest point to the wetlands is greater than 38 feet. And you said there'd be minimal grading, just transitional grading right around the addition itself?
Correct.
Okay. And you do have your erosion controls noted on the plan?
And I should have noted, basically the entire site falls within the 100-foot buffer. I do show the 100-foot buffer zone. It's
All
in,
right.
yep, over there.
Yep, see it right there. Okay.
And typically, if it was going to be a full foundation, I would show a proposed soil stockpile area. In this case, with the crawl space, any additional material will be removed from the site directly by a truck. There'll be no soil stockpiling.
So crawl space, so there will be foundation and, frost walls. It's not sonotubes, it's foundation.
Right.
Okay.
Bob, I just want to mention that, that Jim has joined us.
Okay,
Thank you, Teresa.
thank you. I see him, yes, I see him down there at Peter's house.
I'm also here, Bob, but having technical difficulties. I
Yeah,
can't
Bob
see
mentioned that.
anyone.
Bob
Yeah.
mentioned that.
Haley, you
Okay,
can come out,
okay.
you can come over to my house too if you want.
I might have to. I can't see anything. I'm trying to use my computer and phone at the same time now.
Yeah, I see you've got two sessions going. Jack, is it gonna be, so there will be some excavating, obviously. Is that gonna be taken off site the same day or?
Same day. It'll be whatever materials dug out and not needed, it'll be trucked off that day. There'll be no soil stockpiling on site.
So what do you mean, not needed means that some of it will be needed and some of it will be stockpiled?
Well, there's
None
gonna
of the
be some-
soil will be needed because we're matching the existing site grade. So
Okay,
whatever they dig out for the addition will just be loaded into a truck and taken off site.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
Elaine, have you been out there?
No, and I did want to say I called the property owners. I didn't get a call back, so I saw that Christine Robinson was here this evening. And so I'd like to make an appointment for this Friday to come out and take a look at the wetland line, if that's all right.
Sure.
Okay, so I'm in Wakefield between about 12 and 6. And all I would really need to do is just walk in the backyard. If I could just go in and walk in the back, if that's all right.
Yeah, of course it is.
Okay, thank you.
Is it wide open or fenced or anything she needs to know about
Nope.
back there?
It's open.
Okay. All right, so we do want Elaine to take a look at it, and we should also see if we can plan a site walk ourselves. Would anybody be interested in Saturday taking a look?
Saturday's fine with me.
I will be around this weekend.
Stanley, you wanna go? Yeah.
Anybody else available Sunday, Saturday?
I'd have to do it early, like at 8:30.
Yeah, me too.
I could do
We-
that.
Do we have to be home for it? Because we have like,
No,
You do not have
okay,
to be
just
home.
we have basketball games. It's
Yeah.
a big tournament this weekend.
Yeah, you
Sorry.
do not have to be home.
yeah, as long as
Okay.
you don't mind us walking through the backyard.
No, that's totally fine. I just wanted to see if we had to rearrange things.
No, not at all.
Okay.
All right, so we'll plan on the sidewalk for this Saturday at 8:30 a.m. And Elaine will be out there sometime Friday afternoon to
So
confirm the wetland line.
are the wetlands off the property? Are they on some?
Yeah, they see them, Peter, they're in the back. Look, they're in the rear.
I know, but are they off, are they on someone else's property?
Oh, in order to look at them, right. Good
Pardon
point.
me?
That's a good point, Peter.
Yeah, because how are we gonna look at them? Yeah, that's
Oh.
my point.
Is this the property line right here?
Yeah, they are off the property.
And
How did you flag them?
I'm not even sure who owns the land back there. We flagged them. It's right behind the fence.
there's nothing back there. Looking at the map, and it's completely.
Yeah, there's nothing back there. So at first I'm like, is this town-owned land? What is this? So typically I usually, if there was a house or something, I'd talk to the owner of the abutting property that we were
Yeah.
gonna have to flag it. In this case, nothing's there. It's all
Well,
wooded. We
Yeah,
just.
looking at the map, you can just see there's just absolutely nothing in the back there, so it
Yeah.
just, it shouldn't be a problem, unless the house on Penfield Circle owns some of it, going with that. I don't even know how that works, yeah.
And there's a fence at the rear, so we have to go around the side to get to it.
Christine, is there a gate in
There's
that
no-
back
there's
fence
no
they can get
fence,
through?
correct?
Yeah, there's a gate on the side of the shed. Like there's there's a gate, it's a little walkway that we made so that we could because the neighbors, the kids, they play back and forth. So it's on the side, the left-hand side of the shed.
Okay, so
Okay.
right around
It
here.
goes into the wetlands. I'd wear boots, it's very wet back there.
So what's going on with the shed and the, those are, so it's really the court is kind of fall close to the wetland, right? There's a basketball court,
Yeah,
right?
that's existing.
Yeah, that's existing.
How long has that been there for?
Over a year.
So did you come before us to do that?
Yeah, that's sort of a,
No, because when we the light department and stuff. No, I guess we didn't. I guess we didn't know. I just went through the company. We got the paving company, and they came and did it.
And how about the shed?
The shed's like a pop-up one that you like build. It's like a steel one.
Uh-huh, but it's on the ground.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's like on like cinder. It's like on cinder block type
Yeah,
thing.
it's not on a foundation or anything, right?
No.
Okay.
how long has the shed been there?
13 years.
13 years.
Okay, so the basketball court's new and the shed's old. Okay, that's what I was curious.
And the paver patio has been there for a while as well?
Yes,
How long?
10 years.
over 10 years.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
the
do you understand-
contractor,
under the Wetlands Protection Act, whenever you alter anything within 100 feet of wetlands and building a concrete, a bituminous concrete sports court is an alteration. You should come before us.
Oh, I didn't know.
yeah, the contractor should have,
Yeah.
known that also, for sure. Anything within 100 feet, so really anything on the property for that matter.
Okay.
All right, so we'll be out, Elaine will be out sometime Friday afternoon and we'll be out Saturday morning. And then we will put you on the agenda for March 19th. To continue.
Okay.
Can I just ask how is the drainage happening from the addition of downspouts around it? How is it gonna come off that roof?
I'll have to look at the architectural plans to see that. I'm not sure. But for the next meeting, I'll know.
Okay,
Yeah, it looks like this is gently sloping back, so everything in the back would flow through the backyard,
It's the pipe.
98.3.
Yep, so I did find the architectural plan, that the halfway point of that addition, the roof will drain to the front and to the back, so it doesn't go side to side. So go to the halfway, go 11 feet up the addition because it's 22 feet deep.
Yeah.
That front 11 feet of roof area will drain towards Lowell Street and the back will go out to the backyard.
Yeah, I can see the spot grades. Makes sense. Okay. All right, so we'll be visiting on Friday and Saturday, and we will continue until March 19th.
Okay.
Anything else the commission's looking for? Between now and then?
nope.
right,
Elaine,
very
how about
good.
you? Anything?
No, I'm good, thanks. Oh, yes, wait, I'm sorry, forgive me, one thing. I would like the green cards, receipts for the certified mail.
Sure.
You could mail them into the office.
Sure.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Christine and
Thank-
Jeff, and maybe not see you Friday or Saturday.
All right. Thank you,
Okay,
everyone.
thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right.
Bob, let you know I won't be available this weekend for a site walk.
Okay. Thanks, Ken. All right, next up, other business. We have 2 Angem Lane, Henry Q, discussion of compliance with enforcement order. With an expiration date of 3/31/24. Good
Yep.
evening, Henry.
Hey, good evening.
Did you ask us to put you on the agenda, or did we reach out to you?
Judy reached out to me earlier,
Okay,
last week, yeah.
all right. Any updates for us?
Yeah, so basically, during, start from previous meeting, I started to reach out to landscapers and the contractors, to see that if they are able to do this project, based on the requirements of the Conservation Association. I was able to get 4 quotes from 4 independent contractors. But we haven't done anything just because of the amount of snow raining, after that. There is also additional concern that once we start to excavate, we won't, and given the current soil temperature, we won't establish any vegetation. So that's going to lead to, soil erosion or things like that. And also, I'm waiting for a written, modification on the attachment E, because there is a requirements on, no excavation, if there is a water, stuff like that. So that's the situation of right now. But based on our communication with the contractor, the project can be done within 1 week. This is the current update of this business at this point.
So with a extension right now through March 31st, are you looking for an extension?
It would be better if we can get an extension, because we want to be able to establish the vegetation, to control the any potential erosion, just because the large area that we are planning to excavate.
Do you have any particular date you're looking for? Are you looking for a month or May or?
I was thinking of like June, because by that time we should be able to have a good condition to establish the vegetation, do the plantings, and then come back to the conservation for site review, for issue to issue that certificate of compliance.
All right, so like a 90-day extension, 3 months.
Yeah, and also in the previous meeting, I think the conservation agreed to provide a written modification to the enforcement order, but I haven't received that yet, so I want to bring that up to your attention as well.
All right, say it again. You're looking, what are we looking?
No, we changed the exhibit E, is what he's saying, and we did in the meeting.
Yeah, exactly, Teresa.
And we didn't send a revised one.
Oh,
I don't know whether or not we have a copy, if anyone has a copy handy of the enforcement order that we can look at.
I can pull the attachment.
Judy or Elaine, you don't have that handy, do you?
I don't, no. So we're looking at, is what we're talking about the latest landscaping plan from Libby Wallace? Is that what we're referring to as Exhibit E?
No, I think Exhibit E again is helpful. Has a list of things he's supposed to be doing and when.
Okay.
It's very hard to talk about.
So
do you mean
like condition E?
No, it's an Exhibit E to the enforcement order, Elaine.
Exhibit E, okay. All right, so if I were to send a letter, it would extend all of the provisions of Exhibit E to June 30th?
No. We changed some of the requirements of Exhibit E, is what we did.
Exactly.
at a meeting, Judy. I mean, Elaine. So we'd have to figure out what meeting that was and get the minutes of that meeting in order to figure out what changed.
I can find that. So get the minutes of meeting with changed requirements. All right, I can go back through the minutes and find it, I'm sure. And then, okay, I can probably get that out on Friday.
And you can find a
I'll
copy of
find
the
it, send it.
enforcement order, right, Elaine?
I'm sorry, Teresa.
I didn't mean, I spoke over you. I'm sorry, Elaine. You can
What
find a
word?
copy of the enforcement order.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure we have that.
Sorry. And you said, so you think you'll be able to do that by Friday, Elaine? That's quick.
Well, we have all the minutes on one page now. So I
Okay.
can do a word search and this should come up. And once that happens, I have all of the conditions. I should have all of the conditions, revised conditions in the minutes of that meeting. So I can literally take that, turn it into a letter and send it out via email.
That's great, Elaine.
Okay.
Does anybody have an issue with the 3-month extension? Get through the rainy season?
No, I'm just gonna say it's been extended already, so I feel like this is like enough already with the extensions, but I'll
Yeah,
just
I'm-
say that.
I do agree that now is not a good time to be.
Right.
Now isn't a good time to be doing the excavation, but.
We actually, yeah, we tried to do it because earlier last month, it was the water body is frozen and we were trying to do that, but then there's an issue with how to control the erosion after we dig up that large area. So we just end up not doing that at this point. Given that the contractors mentioned to us that this shouldn't be a too difficult task, and also more importantly, I was waiting for the modification, essentially approval for us to start to excavate. Yeah.
All right. Would somebody like to make a motion to extend till, call it June 30th?
I'll make that motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Any
I was gonna
discussion?
think about it for a second, but
Jim, did you have anything to add?
no, I don't know if you should give them 4 months.
Oh, more than you, okay, just to give them sufficient time?
And so we're not keep coming back, cause I think. I mean, I'm with you. We need to put an end to this. This is getting ridiculous, but
Yes.
Isn't the problem that the pond is always full of water?
well, it was down low last year too, though. It went right down. It dried up last year.
I see.
Yeah, I think that's why the reason that's why there is terms in the enforcement order ask us to only do the excavation work if
Right.
there's water, but there has been plenty of water.
Right. And in July, it should be pretty dry. I would give them another month if it was.
So you want to go till July 30th, Jim?
Yeah, I think that, I mean, to me, that sounds reasonable.
I mean, we are not. We want to get it done earlier.
Yeah, no, I know. We don't
We're
want
not
the-
trying to.
All right, so is that a motion, Jim, to?
Yes, it
June
is.
30th?
Yes, it is.
Okay, is there a second?
The extension is to when?
July 30th.
July
July.
30th or June 30th? July 30th, sorry. That's what you said, Jim, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
July 30th, yeah.
That's like almost 5 months.
yeah, but
That's almost 5 months.
but
If it doesn't dry out by then, it's not dry.
it's not, yeah, he's gonna have to do it in the wet if it's not dry by then.
All right, so is there a second?
Second.
All right, any discussion? Okay, all in favor? Ken,
Yes.
Haley,
Yes.
Jim,
Yes.
Paul. Paul,
Yes.
Peter,
Yes.
Teresa,
Yes.
and I also vote yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mind me ask a question? What happened with Rebecca? Or is Elaine full-time now, or are you still part-time?
I'm still part-time right now.
Yeah, Rebecca has
Rebecca
left.
left for another job.
Okay, well, I don't think she care about, Wakefield anyway, so.
Well, I don't think that's true.
At all.
I think she cared quite a bit.
Okay,
All right, so Elaine will get that letter out and with the revision to July 30th.
thank you. All right.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, next up, for other business, we have vote to grant Elaine authority to sign for ordinary expenses on behalf of the commission. So would somebody like to make that motion?
I motion that.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? Okay, hearing none, all in favor? Ken,
Yes.
Haley,
Yes.
Jim,
Yes.
Paul,
Yes.
Peter,
Yes.
Teresa,
Yes.
and I also vote yes.
Okay, I have a quick question. Is there a letter that goes with that, as there was with giving me the authority to sign the orders of conditions?
I don't think you need that because that document had to be recorded. So I think just having the vote in the minutes would be sufficient, Elaine.
That's
There is a letter, but I'll do
There
it.
is?
I need it for accounting, so
Oh,
I'll just,
okay. And do you have the letter for, because I unlike the vote for signing documents to go to record, I didn't generate that letter last year. Do you have a copy of that letter, Judy, last year?
from the ordinary expenses one?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
So can you generate a new one or?
Yes, yep,
Sorry.
I'll take care of it.
I'll pull it out of you one way or another, Judy.
That's right.
So, we need a vote, right? Everyone voted already, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
So
we
Judy
voted.
would just do the letter.
Correct. Correct. All right, Elaine, do you have any other business?
I just have some housekeeping stuff. Person to host the meeting. So when Bob leaves, so I sent an email to Sherry Dalton, and what she said was that soon, within the next couple of months, they will be moving back to in-person meetings, but town hall will also be wired for remote, so that the meetings will be both remote and in person. And she promises that the technology will be easy to master. So we'll have to see what happens then.
But you still have to have a host if you're gonna do anything remote.
Still have to have a host.
You
but
do, but
question
if
was,
you,
were we going immediately back to in person? Because that's what we had asked about. And she said, even if you do go back to in person, which won't be right away, you're still going to have someone.
Right.
host.
right, but the way that would work is, say, for instance, it was in person, Jim would host the in-person. You just need somebody to manage the tablet, either in the Zoom,
Right.
in the room, entering the host key and all that, or remotely they could do it too. All they would be doing was handling the Zoom functions behind the scenes.
That's right.
So, I mean, that
It'd
could
be a lot less, right?
yeah, anybody could, easily handle that. I could certainly show somebody how to do it, what to do.
But that's still going to leave a gap between when you leave, Bob, and when that happens.
Right, because I have a feeling it won't be, as you say, Elaine,
Yeah.
right away, right?
Exactly. So you're going to have to find someone who'll take over for the first meeting in April. Is that
First
when
meeting
you-
in May, we're through the end of April.
Oh, you're at the end of April. Okay. So, well, it's tight. So maybe we should talk about this again at a May meeting.
Mhm. Steve's told me that it was gonna be, he said a couple of weeks, which would have been this week, that it was gonna be up and running, but Sherry said it's gonna be months.
No, not months, but not quite weeks either. It's kind of it doesn't have a fixed date. It doesn't have a fixed date. Clearly, somebody's working on it to set it up, and probably IT,
Yeah.
and we don't have a firm date yet.
Okay.
I'll do it for 1 week as a consultant.
Okay.
Bob, you're so kind.
You get a good hourly rate for that, Bob?
Exactly. He's gonna get the same rate he got as a vice chairman.
Exactly. Yes, consultant at 0.
Okay, so let's see, continue to May. The other thing I have, some
You
housekeeping.
mean April?
Yeah, you don't want to continue that to April, I think, maybe. So,
Yeah,
Okay.
Bob will be gone in May.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got, well, we have 3 meetings left after this.
not that anyone's counting, Bob.
So the other thing I did, another housekeeping matter, was I went back through the Conservation Commission distribution list to bring it up to date. So I assume that everybody got their information from me all right. I sent out the
Yes.
note of intent.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
so that's
Yep.
up to date. So I did have one question. There was a woman on the distribution list, Julie Alameda.
Yeah, no, she's gone.
Yeah, she's
She's
not,
not-
yeah.
She was an
Okay, I'll
associate.
remove her. All right, I'll remove her. And then the last thing I had was the tree policy. So I have a question about the tree policy. So the latest policy I have dates back to November of 23, but I thought I heard somebody reference a oh no, November 1st, 2022, reference a new tree policy dated February 2nd, 2024. Is that correct?
Thought it was more like January or December.
Ken, do you have a copy of that handy?
Well, that's what I need that. I don't have that in the computer. And last week when we were
Here we go.
talking about trees, there was some mention about a diseased tree or
Yeah,
a
here it is.
healthy tree. And that's what I need.
Ken, can you email that?
Will do.
Yeah, that's the one I'm looking for. I couldn't find that on the computer. If I could get a copy of that, I would then have the most recent policy, which I don't have now.
And can you put that on the website? Can you do that?
Who, me? I
Elaine?
suppose I could, sure.
So, because I think the old one is on the website.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So is that a yes, Ken? You can send that to me by email?
Working on it right now.
Thank you.
Yeah, the one that's on the website was 11/1/22.
Yeah.
That's the one I have.
So if Elaine is done, can I ask a question?
I'm done, yeah.
So Jim, did you send that letter of support to the town?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And do we know when, Judy, do you have any idea when the selectmen are gonna vote?
Sherry actually told us.
Are you talking about the building? Are you talking about the finance committee or the selectmen?
No, I'm talking about appointing Eleanor as a commission member.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
Sherry told us when that would be, and I forget, it's early April, I believe was the meeting.
Okay, she told all of us, did she, Bob? Hold on.
I thought I forwarded that to everybody.
Maybe you did, Bob.
Correspondence I had with Sherry.
Okay. So I think you're right, it's like April 8th, something like that.
Have there
Something
been
like-
any more, have there been any more applicants?
I have not asked recently. I could reach out.
I mean, you would think that they would be forwarded to us. That sound right? I would think so.
I didn't specifically ask that they be forwarded to us. But I would assume that based on what,
Check with Sherry once in a while.
yeah, I would think she would after our last correspondence that she would, if we had any more applicants, she would send
Yeah.
them around. But I will, I'll confirm. Anything else from?
So do we want to discuss our plan for the April 29th, or is it too soon? Town meeting?
No.
Okay,
Could I just ask Ken to send me a copy of the approved tree removal policy? I have the draft before the January meeting, but not the final.
Actually, Ken, you could just send it, I guess, send it to all of us.
Yep, it's going to everybody.
thank you, Ken.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, Elaine, anything else from you?
No, that's it for me.
Judy?
Where it's the final stages of the open space and rec plan. There were a couple of cleanup things that I had to do since Rebecca has left. But that was sent along, and I sent along a statement including what Peter had wanted about more focus on retaining town land and promoting the value of keeping some open spaces. So we'll be heading to planning board and town council in the near future. And there have been a couple of applicants for Rebecca's job as well.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
is that right, Judy?
Yeah,
And have they forwarded the resumes to you? No, us? Not to us.
I think they just came in today.
Okay.
It was just posted. I mean, you'd have to look at them. Hopefully there'll be more rolling in. You know, I think it's early yet, so we'll see.
Mm. Mm.
I just noticed looking at my Concom emails that Sherry had sent out the volunteer appreciation. Whatever you call it, evening. And the responses are due back by March 8th, if anybody's planning on attending or available to attend that.
Okay.
Everybody get that email from Sherry?
Yes.
So yeah, you do need to respond by March 8th. And it is on March 18th. Let me see. Yeah, kindly RSVP to this email by March 8th, and it's March 18th, Monday, 6 to 7:30. All right, Judy, do you have anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, Elaine, you're all good?
I'm good.
All right, we'll see everybody Saturday morning that can make it. 8:30 a.m. at 457 Lowell Street.
Can someone send an invitation?
I'll
I
send
won't be in Friday, but
I'll send it.
Oh,
Thank you, Judy.
Thanks, Judy.
Thank you, Judy. All right, would somebody like to make a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? Okay, hearing none, all in favor? Ken,
Yes.
Haley,
Yes.
Jimmy,
Yes.
Paul,
Yes.
Peter,
Yes.
Yes.
You know,
And
you
I
didn't,
also-
you didn't ask if anyone in the audience had any questions.
there were no hands raised.
Okay.
I don't think there's an audience.
Yeah, there was a couple of
Yeah, I
people.
don't see an audience.
Not anymore. There were.
Let's get them away.
Yeah, no, there was no hand raised, and I don't think
One
either
was
one were
Eleanor
actually-
and the other one was
Bronwyn.
Bronwyn.
Yeah, I don't think either one were here actually for 457 Lowell. I think they joined either after that was done or in progress, but that's continued anyways.
Yep.
All right, so I also vote to adjourn. So we'll see everybody Saturday who's there.
Okay.
Jimmy, you still doing
8:30
your
at,
Friday night things at your house?
Yeah, you're welcome to come.
I might actually be around this Friday.
All right.
All right.
You're
Good night,
welcome.
everybody.